And see, we keep drifting off the topic,
It's
but
okay.
yeah, I feel like with prioritizing, I know. Okay, I know how to prioritize, but I am just now starting to understand how important it is to manage and prioritize your time management.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm gonna
I'm
say that
a,
I have always been a
yes, she has. I
prioritizer.
give her that. This girl, when we were at that Walmart, we did not have to be the Walmart. We did not have to. Okay, she did school online, so she would get to work. Did you go to work before me or after me? No, or did we go in at the same time?
I mean, if I had the ability to go before,
Yeah,
then I'm gonna go
yeah.
before. But
She literally, okay, we had to be to work at 4:30. She stayed in Gibsonton. Gibsonton to the Walmart in Brandon that we used to
Brandon,
work at was probably like what? How far of a drive? Because
I
we used
would
to get home
say
at the
it
same
depends on
time.
who driving. So I feel like the
Definitely.
more I drove there, I could get there in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I would prolong the time, but I still like to be like, if it's an
She
interview,
get there an hour
if it's
early.
whatever it is, I'm gonna be in that parking lot 20 to 30 minutes before because I know that I want to be there and I want to show up, show my face, show them that I want this opportunity, that I want to show my work ethic.
Yes.
Like and I feel like being on time just shows that you care.
Yeah.
Rather than you being late, now you don't showcase. They probably gonna be late if we get them the opportunity. Like how I know they're not gonna be late to work if we grant them this opportunity. So that's why I've been trying to install in the people around me that even if it's not a job, make it an everyday thing that you are on time. Prioritize your time. Rather than you sitting in the bed watching TikTok, watching Reels, whatever you're doing, prioritize your time. Get up, get out of bed, go to the gym, do something that's productive. Start your day productively so you can continue on with a productive day. And at the end of the day, it's okay to, wind down and watch TV, wind down and be on Instagram, wind down and do what you want to do. But speaking on that, I have been trying to refrain from watching TikTok. Not TikTok. I got off TikTok, but watching Reels, I feel like I removed myself from TikTok, but I still went to Reels on Instagram, which is pretty much the same thing. And I don't make TikTok. I mean, Reels how I used to make my TikToks. I feel like mine is more on a positive note now.
Yeah.
But
even with your page though, I feel like from what I see and what I noticed, it's not, and nothing never was negative on your page, but I do notice like, okay, you refrain from using like cuss words in it, and you also like you but you make everything is like uplifting, even though it's always been uplifting. It's more so like
before it was like real life scenarios. I would say like, ooh,
leave this nigga alone. Now it's more so like,
one thing about it, we was gonna tell these niggas down, like Justin LaGirl, like we was really gonna. I was gonna put y'all on game.
You're like, don't let nobody older than you try and little boy, little girl.
Yes, like so. I was really big on that, but I felt like I had to switch what I was doing. Not necessarily switch. I feel like I've grown and I tapped into the word. Me tapping into the word, I feel like God told me.
You growing allowed your page to grow.
Yes, definitely. And at one point in time, my page was doing numbers. When I say doing numbers, it was doing numbers.
I remember when she first started with the black. It was Stage Affirmations.
I was literally
inspired by Days.
Yes, I was typing in my notes. You came up with that name? I don't remember mine. Well, you probably did. I always ask for people advice because I feel like I be coming up with some crazy stuff. But
I came up with that name.
I feel like me tapping into the word more, God has been telling me to showcase what he's done for me and showcase how much he's changed me.
Spread the gospel.
Yes.
Snaps. Yes, we snaps.
I feel like it's better. It makes me feel better. And I feel like, I'm blessing you guys and you guys are my blessing.
Yes.
So
okay, so I'm gonna go back a little bit to the time management.
Yeah.
So I just realized how important it was to manage your time and to make sure that you do not prolong your day. Everybody know, and my friend group, they know we gonna be in the library, and we talked to this lady in the library, and pretty much like she is like so spiritually connected to one day, like she just pointed, she said my name. I didn't even know this lady from a can of paint, but she said my name. We ain't finna get into that story, but yeah, so we was talking to this lady, and we didn't leave the library until 7 o'clock. We got there like 8 o'clock that night. We left at 7 o'clock that morning. So the crazy thing is, when I be going in the house, Tadeja is getting up to start her day, and I am ending the previous day going to sleep. And so I had to realize, like, spiritual laziness is something that is so real. And I was just reading about that. I think it's in Matthew 11. It's Matthew 11, but like it's more so I had felt a conviction on it because I've been seeing everything about rest and making sure you're not spiritually
not
lazy.
Even that, guys, before he tapped into getting his conviction or whatever.
Yeah,
I told him that him staying that long is just insane, and I understand what he's doing, but I just felt like I have been in that predicament where I didn't care about sleep. Long as I was doing what I needed to do and I didn't care how long I had to stay up, I would get what I needed to get done. Mm-hmm. And as I came to college, I felt like me getting sleep made me feel better. Mm-hmm. Me getting sleep made me wake up
bed at 8 o'clock
in a positive mindset rather than me being draggy. Like, I am a morning person, but I feel like it's different now. Yeah, like, I don't like to be sluggish at all. I don't like to be rushing. Like, rushing just drives my anxiety insane. Like, so I have to get there on time. Like, it's so aggravating.
And see, this is where
he don't care.
Like, okay, especially with me working, I hate my job, and I'm trusting in the Lord to give me another job, but I really am about to trust in the Lord and quit and just put my faith in Him. Like, yes, my faith in Him, but when it comes to like working, I'm gonna put my full faith in Him. He gonna provide. He gonna make a way. Mm-hmm. And okay, so me with my job, I personally do not like my job. I'm not gonna ever say I hate because I don't hate nothing. They pay the bills, but I don't like my job. It's very unhealthy. It's very toxic. But I do continue to pray for the environment that it gets better. If whether I'm there, whether I'm not there, either or. So and she be laughing at me, especially if we on the phone or I just text her and be like, bro, my 2:50 alarm go off or my 2:55 alarm go off.
He gonna get up 30 minutes before he got to be to work.
I'm gonna get up out of like. And this can even just be on a regular day where I do decide to wake up early and I got to go to work at 3:30. I am not going to get ready or get up out of my bed until 2:55 p.m. or 3 o'clock on the dot. And I have to be to work at 3:30. So I am going to literally like get ready, put on my clothes, all of that.
Even if he is ready, he's still not going to leave the house.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Even if I am ready, I'm not going to leave the house because I just dread going there. I feel like no work environment should be that toxic and unhealthy to where you are sluggish to get there. And I feel like it did, like, okay, that's different from you. You love your work job. You love what you do for work or whatever. So you're going to always be motivated
to go there.
And
even if I wasn't.
Even if you wasn't, because even when you were at that Walmart and we was like,
we didn't want to
be there for real. She still was always on time.
I walked through them sliding doors. Like, I don't know. It's just.
And but that's the thing though. I don't bring my attitude to work at all. Like,
I don't bring it to work, but it'll come out at work.
It will, because and I've been working on what I've changed a lot.
Yes.
Me personally, because and she can vouch, and anybody that know me and that used to work with me can vouch.
He almost didn't allow us to get a meal when we first moved down here because of his mouth. Like, when I tell y'all, we were so hungry.
Oh my God, at the McDonald's. Yes. Oh my God, I remember that. But that's because in that time, I was like, I would never let nobody try me. Like. Especially working at Walmart, them people used to be so rude and disrespectful. We were in, excuse my language, but we were in Redneck City, so it was nothing but redneck. So they would just come in there and feel like they're empowered, they have authority. You do what they say, or if not, they gonna go to your boss. And I'm that type of person. While I was that type of person, BC before Christ, you're not gonna talk to me like that. And if you do think that you're gonna talk to me like that, I'm gonna show you who I am for real. Like. We used to be in Walmart. I remember a lady had them. She did something, and she said she was gonna go get her son.
Yes.
And
it's me trying to hold him back.
She just saying over, Bari, do not argue with her. Like, you know what you're doing. You know you got money there. You know this.
Like,
you know that.
You know who you are.
But in that moment,
I don't. Less than you.
In that moment, I did not care about none of that. Like. All of that was going in, and it used to get so bad to where I would literally black out and forget what I done said to the person.
Forget that he even got a job.
I don't forget I even got a job. My Walmart had them put me on a red stripe. It was like, yeah, you got one more time to argue with a customer, and you're up about the door.
Not even that. I feel like I am very big on, you never know what somebody could be going through. You never know what type of day somebody could be having. Yeah. And instead of, attaching to their energy, still try to be positive.
Yeah.
Like, even if somebody, like when I used to work at Lowe's, if a customer came to me and they felt like, they was being very rude, and I would literally stop what I'm doing to say, I'm here to provide the best customer service that I can give to you. Relax. I will do my best to give you exactly what you want and what you're asking for. I'm not here to be negative. I'm not here to argue with you, and I'm not here to provide bad customer service. So, just calm down, and understand it's okay. Like,
I learned that though. I didn't learn that until I would say, because I feel like I was already there. I had been stopped arguing with people, but I feel like it got even better when I got in Christ.
Yeah.
Before, like I remember it was one time I had went to the Wendy's up here, and the lady I had asked her for barbecue sauce because it was in the bag, and she literally like going off for no reason, just because I literally all I simply did was ask her for barbecue sauce. And I think at this time I was really fresh in my faith. I call it freshman season. I was really fresh. And the lady had literally like she cussing me. Well, not cussing me out, but she like, why y'all get to the window and think that y'all can just ask for all this shit in the world and la la la. So I literally like look at her. She handed me the sauce and she slammed the window, and I was like, God bless you. Like all I can do is pray for you because you mad. I'm not mad. You're mad because you're supposed to be doing your job.
You mad at me because I want 2 extra
sauces. Yeah, like because and it's not even the fact that I wanted 2 extra sauces. No sauce came in my bag, and I had nuggets, so that's 2 sauces.
Even if I have sauce in my bag, I'm still gonna ask for extra. Like, I don't even check. Can I get? I don't care.
Well, yes, I've definitely came a long way when it comes to my mouth, my attitude. I feel like I've grown. I've always been mature, but in that area of arguing, I always tell myself and others around me, like, if it causes me to get to that level
act out of who you are.
Yeah, act out of character and go back to my old ways. I don't want no parts of it. So before you can get me to that level, I'm gonna just wash my hands with it. I'm gonna be done. All I can say is I'm gonna pray for you. God bless you, and you keep doing you. But arguing, that's dead. I ain't arguing with nobody.
To sum it up,
yes,
go about your day in a positive mindset.
Yes,
even if it's negative, think about it, move on from it. Next,
pray, talk, give it to God, take it up in prayer. Ask it, even if it's somebody you don't know, ask God to soften your heart to see them how He sees them. Whether it's, just take it up in prayer. Take everything. I'm so big on that. Take everything up in prayer and ask and talk to God about it.
I've been asking God to help me to love on those and to help me be a better person, a better friend, a better girlfriend.
Shout out to you.
He probably not gonna watch this stuff, but
shout out to you.
I feel like I don't know. My mindset has definitely changed because I still want to argue. I'm gonna make sure you feel you understand.
You was an arguer, but I feel like you was like a sly arguer. I was
trying to be nice about it.
Like you.
I don't like to be mean.
One thing about her, she don't like hurting nobody's feelings. She don't like she'll tell it how it is, but
I'm gonna say
she gonna sugarcoat it and dilute it to where it sounds sweet.
Sweet.
She coming off as the nicest person ever. Me on the other hand, I was like straight up cutthroat.
But now I feel like I don't even explain myself. I just remove myself and pray about it. I pray that they seek peace within themselves, and I pray that they continue to heal themselves. Because obviously, they might have a little problem, but it's definitely something a lot of us tend to do. We react out of anger. Don't react out of anger. Don't let the anger take over you, and not even that. Don't dwell on it. Don't allow it to dictate how your day is going to be. Move on from it and do what you can to do something that makes you happy in the moment, so that you don't think about it. Because I understand, like, something can happen and people will think about it all day.
Yes, and it just ruins their entire day. Like, it brings them down so bad. And not even just people. We all do.
More to be grateful for, rather than somebody who try to tear you down. Like, don't let nobody tear you down. Stand 10 toes about yourself. Stand 10 toes to know that God is protecting you. That God has a say so. You mess with me, God will get
you. Yep. And that's so crazy. I'm glad that you said something that the lady who I was talking to earlier made reference to, but she was like, the topic was we was talking about love, and she was like, if anybody loves you, you will never act out of anger, or you will never say something that is going to trigger them or hurt their feelings or make them feel like they're a bad person. And that's not what love is. I've been getting taught that love is the act of not receiving anything in return. So it's all about heart posture. Your heart has to be postured correctly for you to be, not even just to give love, but to receive it as well. Like you can't just, God gonna bless me because I know that I'm doing a kind act, or you just doing it because you want something in return. Like, yes, that is how God works. When you do a good deed, He's going to bless you. But you have to make sure that when you are doing that, your heart posture is in the right place to give it, but give it from a giving heart. Don't give it because you want to receive something in return. So when somebody tell you that they love you, be able to understand like what love truly means. Like, don't just, the word love is a word to me. Like, I look at love as more so an action. Like, you showing me that you love me. You, not even just you showing me, like we showing each other that we love each other. And we gonna tie this back into relationships. So
yeah, because I was gonna say
with love and relationships.
How do you feel if someone says that they love you, but
their actions,
they do something that you feel like, oh, they don't love me because they did that?
Okay, so is it a one-time action or is it a continuous action?
Okay, we're gonna do both. If it's a one-time action, how do you?
So, okay, with a one-time action, I feel like there is
still
God gave me grace. I gotta extend them grace because I'm living a Christ-like life. So with that one incident, like, definitely communicate it, definitely pray on it. Definitely make sure that y'all are communicating effectively to come up with a solution on how to move forward and how to move past that and work on it together. Don't let it just be like, okay, if your partner is working on it by themselves, you just doing it and you just trying to watch and see if they're gonna get better. No, work and build with that person. Don't just make it like they gotta do it on their own.
And don't try to rebuttal. And don't try to put fingers.
And don't hang nothing over nobody's head because that's not love. That is not love. We gonna say it. That's not love at all.
If you love them, you'll be willing to grow with them.
That's
you'll be willing to fix it with them.
And this all ties back into God being at the foundation of it, because if He's at the foundation of the relationship, life in the relationship just gets so much smoother.
Better.
But if it is a continuous thing, that's
continuous, not love. Like,
okay, so is it like we gotta?
We
I
just
saying
get like
broadly. Because I'm looking at it, is it like something small? Or we gonna talk about something big?
If it's something
small, like
it's not that big of a deal, but it's, I don't even
okay. So this is something I love talking about. What I learned. So I learned that, and I'm not even gonna talk about it from a relationship. I like to talk about marriage. I learned it from a marriage aspect. So when people go to marriage counseling and all that, it's like literally to make sure that this is the person you are going to marry. This is who God ordained to marry you. This is who God sent for you.
So you feel like it's necessary to go?
You said who?
You feel like it's necessary to go
to marriage counseling?
Yeah. I don't think so.
Me personally, if I go to marriage counseling, it got to be somebody I know is
God.
That's like, not God, but somebody I know who's not going to tell me wrong, who's going to tell me right, but. Marriage counseling is like literally where you come to understanding, like, you are about to commit your life and say your vows to whatever this person is coming with. So example, a husband and a wife, the male is dealing with masturbation and with sex or whatever, you have sex in the marriage. So if your husband y'all having sex, but your husband is still struggling with masturbation, a female probably might look at it like, am I doing my job right? Like, is this like, are you not satisfied? Am I not pleasing enough? And so with her having that kind of mindset, it's going to push the relationship to a whole kind of like.
But communication plays a big part.
It does, and that's why people go to marriage counseling before they communicate. Before they go both. They go at the same time, because at that time when you in marriage counseling, that's where you supposed to. Everything supposed to get let out on the table. Like, I really do believe that when I get married, I'm going to tell that person my darkest secret, because I don't want you to not know, and it's a trigger warning for me. I want you to know so that way you can prevent yourself from saying something or doing something that I know is going to trigger me, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So in the instance of a man dealing with masturbation and he's married, I feel like once y'all already said I do, if you didn't know that about him, then it's just like it's no divorce. Mm-hmm. It's no divorce. It's absolutely no divorce. So it's either he's going to have to want it for himself. You can't want it for him, but you are also going to have to.
You could want it for him.
Yeah, you can want it for him, but he has to want it for himself.
Yeah.
But you are going to have to make sure that it's like a two-way street. Mm-hmm. You're motivating and supporting him. Yes, that too. It takes two for it to work. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Don't always make something one-sided.
Yes, because
once one-sided is literally pointing fingers.
Yeah. Well, we won't clap. We snap. We snap. But yes, when you make it one-sided, it's like literally pointing fingers.
There's no purpose
at all. We're not gonna move. Yeah, the conversation is just gonna be at a standstill until either somebody accept the fact that it was them, or somebody accept the fact that it was their wrongdoing. Accountability. Yeah. There you go. Taking accountability. Yeah. So that's my viewpoint on it.
And be open to not necessarily criticism, but be open to somebody telling you that you're
constructive
wrong.
criticism.
Yeah. Be open to that, and be open to be willing to change. Mm-hmm. And not willing to change for them, but willing to change for yourself. Yeah. Because if somebody's telling you that, obviously it's not something that they want to nitpick about. It's something that's making them feel that type of way.
And I'm gonna tie that back into, yes, that's a relationship thing, but that's also a friendship thing. I feel like if you have true, genuine friends around you, and one friend is telling you something, and the other friend come and tell you the exact same thing,
obviously
it's like you have to really, like, they're not just pointing a finger at you. This is something that's like, okay, serious, like
something I need to work on.
Yeah, something you need to work on, something you have to change. Yeah, like they're not just talking just to talk, they're not just gossiping amongst each other. Like, no, they're telling you that out of a place of love, like, hey, in the real world, this not gonna get you nowhere. Like, I get I'm your friend or whatever, or I'm get that we cool, but this not gonna get you nowhere for real. So yeah, I feel like that it plays, accountability also plays a part in friendships. Okay, so question.
Yes. None of my podcast.
Yeah, I'm questioning. Yeah. I'm questioning.
We in a hot seat.
Yeah, we got T in a hot seat. Mm-hmm. So, what is your thought on? We're not going to talk about. I'm going to talk about marriage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask this question from a marriage standpoint. But what is your opinion on your significant other having a female friend that was there before you, and y'all are married, and vice versa, which you haven't? Okay, so me and you, we really close. I call you my god sister. Yeah. So what is your opinion on you getting married and your significant other having a girl best friend that was there before you, and what do you think their opposing viewpoint should be on me being there before them?
Mm-hmm. Well, first I'm gonna say that in a relationship, I feel as if I'm not a fan of the best friend thing. Like,
you never been.
I've been drugged in a situation that I didn't want to be in, and it was very, I don't know, it just stuck with me. That made me feel like, I would never believe that friend or that sister, that cousin, that
brother.
Yeah. So, but I feel like for maturity, being mature and understanding that, okay, they are actually really good friends. Like, there are genuine people who don't just talk to you to have sex with you.
Yeah.
There are genuine people who you can have a conversation with. And I feel like long as you communicate with me who it is, what the situation is, and I'm able to, address who I am and that I am the wife, like, this my man, like, if it's ever,
you shouldn't even have to address it though. It should already be known.
Yeah, it should be known, but
if
push come to shove, if it does come to that, then I will address it. Like, I will be okay with it, but I feel like that's where communication comes in, and that's where trusting each other comes in. I have to trust my man to know that this girl is really somebody that he can have a conversation with, that he's not actually punching her on the low. So
let's see. Biblically, I learned that in marriage, there should never be any outsider that knows more than your significant other. And
nothing, once you're in that marriage, nothing should tell y'all.
Yeah.
Nobody should be able to
come and intercede.
Yes.
So I believe, like, yes, biblically, it should be nobody that knows more than your wife, but I'm gonna speak for me personally. I'm very big on seeing somebody else's viewpoint to make sure I'm not tripping.
Yes.
So if I get married, I'm going to come to you like, okay, this is where I'm coming from. This is where that person is coming from. Can you see, like, whose viewpoint do you think is more logic?
Yeah.
But I'm also take it up in prayer, but I feel like to have that extra, like in that time being, that third party is gonna make, like, that third party is very helpful in certain aspects. But to me personally, I feel like if you have a friend that was there before me, I'm not going to force you, or I'm not going to tell you to cut them off. If that is a genuine friendship that y'all have built upon, keep that. But just make sure that they know the boundaries and the respect factor of, yes, we are married. Yes, you have been here, but it's like, okay, it goes like this. It goes, but God, your significant other, then your kids. So if your marriage comes second, that means your friendships and everything really come after your kids. So if you are putting a friendship over your marriage, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem.
I would say that I probably went wrong with allowing. I feel like once you continuously ask for advice, that's you adding them to your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I probably went wrong when I was doing that. That wasn't what you call that? That wasn't necessary. Mm-hmm. I didn't necessarily have to do that, because at the end of the day, I'm still making my decision.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you say, if somebody tell me, yeah, you shouldn't talk to him, at the end of the day, I'm going to still make my decision.
I had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
But, so, we ain't gonna get into that.
Not even that, people would be jealous of you. People be wanting envy. Stuff that you have.
That's an evil spirit.
So they just, they going to make you feel as if that's not the right decision. Like, don't do that. Because they want you to be in their shoes. But you already done, move past that.
That is a evil spirit that nobody, envy, hate, jealousy, that's all evil spirit.